Hi everyone, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video for you, and this is using a kit from Like Forever which has been in my stash for I think a month or two, and I decided to put out some of these papers because they were lovely, bright and sunny. I think they're a mixture of Illustrated Faith and Amy Tangerine maybe? I don't know, I can't remember. But there was some pink paisley bits in here, some really nice glittery thickers. So yeah, I just decided to pull these bits out and make something. I can't remember who it is. I mean, everyone will know the papers because they're, loads of people have been using them. I just cannot remember. I do have that large 12 by 12 wood veneer that I want to use at some point. Just not quite sure what I want to use it for. So this is just a box of some older stash. There's some Valentine's papers in here. There's some papers that my friend Karen gave me. So there's a real sort of mixed bag in there, and I really should sort that out rather than just keeping it in a box. So I'm going to use this wood grain, this white wood grain, as a piece to mount my layout, but I'm also going to mount my photo in it. So as always, I gut it out. And this is a lovely bleached wood grain. I have no idea where this paper came from at all. So I'm just cutting this piece down and said, this is how I start the majority of my videos, as you'll know. It's kind of like the thing I do before, I do anything else. So I'm going to be scrapping two 4x6 photos on here, and these were taken on my 32nd birthday. We all know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, that I'm quite vain, but I'm okay with that. So these are just two pictures of just me on my birthday. And I really liked my eye makeup I'd done that day, so I decided to take a picture showing off that, and I put on some falsies as well. So I've just done that. I've also pulled out one of those pink paisley glittery wood veneers. There was some Ellie Studio bits, so I've pulled out actually a piece of the packaging, and then some other bits and pieces just going through the die cut pack here. I said I tried to stick sort of within this kit, but then I go a little bit off track. But there's also lovely sort of die cut bits in here, and as you all know, I do love a die cut, do love a bit of layering. But I really, really love this background paper, and it kind of went with kind of washed out pink within my hair. I've got a bit of a brighter pink in my hair at the moment, but this is more of a sort of cotton candy pink. So I decided to pick up the teal, and there's also a little bit of mustard in that arrow paper that I've used, and that kind of picks up the kind of blondie gingeriness of my hair. So I'm now going through my bigger box of die cuts and just seeing what I can pull out. I've got loads of these Amy Tangerine bits that I must have cut out of a big 12 by 12 sheet. So I keep pulling those out, and I'm just literally going through pulling out colours that work. Again, this is something that I do in most of my videos. I kind of follow the same process, whether I'm doing more of a kind of mixed moodery piece or multiple photos, one photo. It's just what works for me, and this layout took me about 35 minutes to complete, so I'm kind of happy with that time. That didn't take that long. So I'm gonna start to construct my layout. As I said, I knew that I wanted the photos to be sort of the main sort of bit, because I normally make a layout for each of my birthdays. So I'm going to add a little bit of mist in the background, so I'm adding some teal, some grey, and I think I add some yellow. And I've been adding these on a lot of layouts recently because they are my newer ones, and yeah, I'm a creature of habit. So just decided to add them around, but they kind of work okay together. I did get a little bit on my photo, which was a bit annoying, but hey ho. And these photos were printed on my new printer, so I have printed a few more pictures on there, which is good. So I'm just going to overlap them slightly, just to add a little bit of interest, and then start to add my pieces down and just put them at little jaunty angles. I do use my ATG to stick stuff down, and it does mean you can pull things up and move them around a bit quite easily. So I said, and I really like that piece of Ellie Studio packaging, so I just cut that down to just put a little bit each side just to balance out the layout, but I knew I wanted most of my cluster to that one side. So I'm starting to look at the different die cut bits that I pulled out, and as I said, I pulled out quite a lot of different pieces, and that bit Hello Life was from Fancy Pants, but didn't make it on this layout. Down the bottom there I've got some different textures. I've got a piece of vellum cutouts. I've got a little cupcake which was from a Chamel collection. Tell My Story is also from a Chamel collection. And I'm using a bit of washi tape from Dear Lizzie. So I'm trying to, use up my eclectic mix of stash. I was at the caravan the other day and found my really old box of die cuts. If you've been watching my videos for a while, sorry, I had a little bit of a fart there. My microphone did. Yeah, you'll remember that I used to go through that, like I go through this one. And there's lots of bits in there that I used to trawl through all the time and pass by. You can never get on a video, on a layout in a video. So that's something I may come and add to my box I've got now. So I'm just going to be playing about here. I really like the idea of adding that cupcake in. I haven't thought about it before, but as this was my birthday layout, I thought, yeah, I think a cupcake is going to work on here quite fine. And the colours had a little bit of a hint of gold as well, so that worked quite well. Sorry if you can hear some random noises. Someone just went by on a very noisy bike. I'm now going through that box where I had that other stash in, and there is some pieces from, I think it's a Fancy Pants Valentine's collection, these floral pieces. I decided they're going to work perfectly. There's also some wood veneers, and there's also some mirrored acrylic. Yeah, they're like acrylic shapes there. You can see them there. They are My Mind's Eye, I believe, from one of the On Trend collections. So I'm just going through all my different pieces, and I went through a little bag of bits that Emma had sent me because I knew that I had a little birthday hat in there. So kind of going, this is on the birthday layout, but kind of not. So I'm just adding these florals around, and there's lots of florals in the background, and they're different, but I think it works quite well, really. So now just adding some bits down here. As I said, I've got that little acrylic party hat, which I really like. So I'm just going to be having to move bits down a little bit because it was going to be covering my face otherwise, and we don't want to cover my face. I found another cupcake as well, so that kind of worked to bring in that down as well, and with that little birthday hat. I'm then going to put this wood veneer on. I have got that glittered wood veneer at the top arrow as well, so I thought these both worked quite well. I'm just stamping the date down there on that little date tab as well. I'm just using my ATG to stick that down. It's nothing special. And then I'm going to pull out these mirrored acrylic pieces, which I'm never sure if I really liked, to be honest. So one was a floral piece, and then there was a heart. So I decided to add that, and then I add this piece that says smile, because I was feeling pretty good. So I don't think I look too ropey for 32. So I just stuck that down and decided just to add a not really a title, but I'm just going to put 32, and there's a little tab that says today. So it says 32 today. And then I can do my journaling underneath. So that is it for this layout. I will just put a couple of close-up photos at the end. I have recorded this on my other laptop because I had lots of issues with my previous videos uploading, so hopefully there's not going to be any issues with this one. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye!